from your memory. Yeah, sure.
We started, by the way.
Where is he?
We went to the bathroom. We started.
So we can start if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I promised her first, your sister. Unfortunately. Now next time, next week. Okay, inshallah we can start. All right? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين آمين آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. We studied last week إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. The second part of the verse says, you alone we ask help. So we ask help from the one we worship. We studied, talked about what worship is more than an hour. So now asking the one we worship to help us. Also, we define that we means everything you understand that joins your worship. Whatever joins in your worship, if you say, I worship only, but for example, the other doesn't worship, or I worship only, but the air molecules don't worship, so they are not included in we worship. So depending on our understanding of worship, we can, if you like, enlarge the capacity of the word we. So with this consciousness, but this consciousness includes this we, within my understanding of worship. If I say worship is only to pray, yeah, I don't see the trees or air molecules or animals or non-believers here. No, I don't know who they are, but some people say we don't believe, so they don't worship. But if I say, look, prayer is only a substantial form of worship, but worship means acknowledgement of their creator, the source of their existence, then the method changes. So all these people, we ask, all these not people really, everything, every created being, we say, okay, we worship you and we ask help from you. It seems to be very simple and everybody understands we ask help from him. So what is help? What are you asking for help? So we came to this point and we didn't really get into this subject. Where do you need help? Do you feel that you need help? Where? In which subject? In which matter? Help. Please help me. For what? I don't know. For example, let's say I cannot really lift up this one. Come on, give me a hand and help me. Let's lift this heavy box together. Let's help. What else? That's very simple. Come on. What do you mean by help? Help. Yeah, what else help?
In worshiping him correctly, or correctly, the first part of the verse.
Yes, that is correct. But it doesn't explain much because it depends on your understanding of worship and correctly. What do you mean by, is there any non-correct worship? Worship is worship. So it depends on your understanding, your concept of worship, and what is included in this concept of worship. That is worship, and this is correct worship according to your capacity. In reality, what is really correct worship, we don't know. But people say, okay, according to Sunnah, these are rhetoric. Yeah, what is Sunnah? So the Prophet's practice, I haven't seen him. I have seen some narrations about it, and narrations are the people's narration. I don't know what they really mean. I have to make my mind up about it. So we don't really take the vocabulary on the surface of it at all. So good narrative or good rhetoric, sounding really exciting. Worship Allah alone. Keep your heart pure. How can I keep it? Which detergent shall I use? What do you mean? What do you mean? They are not clear at all. They are just rhetoric. The same thing happens among Christians, among Jews. They use the same terminology. But depends on our understanding of it. We have to work on it. Okay, we shouldn't go back to worship. We have to now at least come to help so that it will tie up with Ihdina Siratal Mustaqim, following verse. Help. What do you want? What do you need help?
I'm thinking maybe just to tie with the first part of the verse about worship, and worship is acknowledging my place in the universe.
This is serious. Acknowledging your place in the universe.
Yes, and my creators.
Don't you know that you are in New York?
Sorry?
Don't you live in New York?
No, I mean acknowledging my reality.
Yeah. As far as your reality of your existence.
Yes.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And so the help part is recognizing and acknowledging that you are dependent in anything, in everything.
For example, dependence, your dependence. Who is your?
What do you mean? I and everything else is dependent on the Creator to sustain my life, to sustain my being, to...
So I understand you. I know you are going very well, actually. So, for example, this kind of ambiguous language doesn't help. This your dependence. What do you mean by your? So, if you say, look, my existence, all the qualities attached to my existence, they are all dependent on something other than themselves, right? Other than themselves. So their existence, for example, my means here, your existence, your being, your whatever you define it. So it will be according to the, again, capacity of your perception of existence. For example, some people reduce existence to only what they see. Stones, air molecules, or atoms and particles. That's it. But some people say, no. Our existence consists of many other elements as well. For example, even the stones have stone, a piece of stone, has countless qualities manifested in their existence. So each of these qualities is dependent on something else other than themselves. We have to make the definition clear. So, for example, the simple example, a molecule in the body, material body of stone has, I don't know, you can write a book about the quality of this molecule. It's so huge. Each part is dependent. And you and I cannot explain the existence of these qualities, neither attributing it to itself, nor attributing them to anything in the universe, but they exist. Okay. That explains that ambiguous your being or what you need. Yeah, you need, everything needs for their existence something else, and this something else must be,
Yeah, absolutely.
must be able to keep the whole universe, so that this particle even can exist not by itself, its most appropriate context, place, where it is. Because if you take this finger out of my hand and put it there, it is not a finger anymore. Right? And take some qualities from this finger and study it independently from my body, it is not the qualities of the finger anymore. So it must be, my cell must be in its own location, exist in that particular place. That's what we have to pay attention to. So not only the existence of the thing itself, but its place, it is, if you like, within the context of place, space, and time, temporal and spatial context. In these coordinations, it exists on the very right point, which makes it most perfectly functioning. So not only that particle has to exist, and for its existence, it depends on something else, and also has to exist in that particular time and space context. So its existence will be really perfect. For example, my cell in the tip of my nail must be there. If it is in my heart, I will have a big problem. Right? God forbid. Okay, that's the explanation of what you said so far. Would you like to carry on?
No.
So, this is, would you like?
Yes. So what I understand from that is that everything, including us humans, every created thing is functioning. It's has its specific qualities, and that are given existence to. These qualities are created not from themselves, but they are given existence.
Because they cannot
They have
be
no ability.
source of existence of their own being.
Right.
That's what my human capacity tells me. Yeah, I'm not borrowing from anybody else or any other source, religious source or something. Because I look at the matter, it cannot exist by itself here in the tip of my nail. That's what my conclusion. I am a human being. I cannot think of the matter otherwise.
So that's everything physical we see, any other type of qualities that we are able to observe within ourselves and the universe.
Everywhere. Yeah.
So, so something has to be guiding each of those qualities to be the perfect form of themselves.
Yeah.
Like a flower.
They are dependent on something else's choice.
Yes.
We agree now. Something else has decided, has chosen that it will be here in this coordination of space and time, and it exists there, functions as it is given existence, not by itself. Okay?
So in order for that thing to be functioning perfectly, it has to be guided to be that way, or it has to be given the instructions to act in that way.
Yeah, they need to be there in that place, in that time, and they need to exist there. Everything, every single quality of anything. Okay. So that is their need. Huh? When we say we ask for help, what we should mean, help me to get married. or I'm not feeling well. The weather is really very cold now, so please help me to recover. Yeah, they are help. Yeah, we need them, but never be so cheap in understanding the help. When we say, please, sorry, not please, you alone, we ask help, must be in our mind, all elements, all qualities in the universe must be included within my comprehension. So I will be a caliph. Caliph, vicegerent, acting on behalf of God, where not as an actor, not as an agent, but as the representative of the ones who are created. Like, for example, it's not a good example, but some people may have chosen a person as a spokesman of the community. Yeah, for example, we need something in Queens, and the population of Queens chooses one or two people to represent their needs to the mayor. And then these two spokesmen go to the mayor and present what we need in Queens is this and that. So every single human being is the representative of what? Sorry? Everything else. But if we are conscious of it, if we are not conscious of it, for example, if I say, I am an imam leading the prayer, so I am the representative of those people behind me, let's say 20, 40, 50 people behind me, yeah, or 1,000 people behind me. So I represent them before you. That is correct, but extremely simplistic way of understanding the representation. Every human being is created to represent the whole universe, but with one condition: not because you are given the potentiality to do this, but you have to develop your potentiality, make it your capacity. So we have to develop our understanding of worship in such a way that that will include the worship of all universe as much as we can. But it needs a very dense concentration, awareness. Everything must be included in our perception. So when we present our need to the mayor, I have to know all the subjects or citizens in the town that we all need this. And only you can help us. Example. Yeah, it's just an analogy, of course. So when we say, وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ, and you alone we ask for help, we mean we can only include in our representation as much as we are aware of the worship of the other beings. That's why worship is extremely important. Excuse me. Worship is extremely important. The understanding of worship is extremely important.
You have to be aware of the worship of all the other creatures.
Yeah, but were you not with us last week?
I was.
You were here.
Yes.
So I thought we covered that what the worship means: acknowledgement, awareness, and really from my perspective, not from their perspective. I know that air molecules do nothing but follow the instruction they receive from their creator. They cannot do anything arbitrarily. Can you imagine even one particle move even one moment arbitrarily, depending on their demand, their... Can you imagine? Have you ever seen any drop of water moving as it wants? No. They have to obey the laws, the principles, the rules set for them. Everything.
Our acknowledgement of this worship, of this.
Yeah, they're in ourselves. You notice that everything is going on within me. My perception. So belief means what is going on in me. My perception. How large, how wide is it? It is, depends on my perception. So belief is a personal matter. We cannot really imitate anybody else. You have to develop yourself, myself. We have to develop everybody. So we have to work on our belief. I think we covered this last week. So when you say we ask help, as if the continuation of this says, what do you want? What do you want? And the following verse says, guide us to the straight way. So you hear this, everybody talks about it. So what is way? We have to understand the way, the direction, but what is straight way? Straight to what? What is straight? Mustaqim. What's straight? What do you want? Correct according to what? Yeah, good, good. I will develop the questions in order to make the subject become clearer. So I'm not opposing. So correct. What correct according to what? For example, what do you
According to its, like, whatever it is, like a flower, is going to act correctly by showing its, 5 petals and 1 stem and a leaf.
So is it a problem of the flower?
No.
Is it a problem of me? Or it's my problem? Is it my problem? Is it the problem of the flower? But we said, look, everything is internal. When it comes to belief, everything is internal. Even you fast, you think that you are doing something physical, external. No, no, no. It has its value only as much as you know. You are aware of what you are doing. I am obeying God's order. It's not internal. God's order is outside. You heard from the people, religious people, or learned from the book. It's external. It must be your own conclusion. Even if there was no command in the book, Revelation. Now be careful here, it may sound a little bit controversial. Even if there was no revelation. But in order to get these ideas, you need the guidance of the revelation. But as far as the commandments are concerned, even if it wasn't written in the book, or even if it wasn't narrated from, not many things are narrated from the Prophet, by the way, you know that. Very few things are narrated. Very few things. So you have to make up your own mind by understanding your own conclusions under the light of your understanding of belief within yourself. What you really are convinced about, that matters. Otherwise, because we pray, because Allah asked us to pray, we fast because it is fard, we have to do external. But you can do it, but you have to substantiate them by internalizing it. It must be a part of you. So that, look, even there was no commandment that you have to pray, you still feel need for it. Like when you are hungry, is there any commandment that you have to eat? Internal commandment. But the command comes from internal. I am hungry, you start craving for food. So you are from inside, you go there, you want to eat. You don't have to need any encouragement. You don't have to ask you or wait for your parents to remind you and that you can. But it's a new thing, 21st century or 20th century, second part of 20th century, after the Second World War, people had more than what they needed. Oh, not everybody, but some parts of the world. So their children are so spoiled. The parents beg the children to eat. But come to my childhood. We were begging for food. We were fighting for food. It was never enough. Whatever is put on the table was never enough. 7 people disappears suddenly. So you don't have your own luxurious plate. You put your food there secured. You take your time from one side. You take stuff from other side. You eat, and your mother keeps telling you, please eat. Don't just leave the vegetable aside. Don't wait for chocolate only. begging them. That is a very new phenomenon. Very new phenomenon. It's very strange. It's not human. Of course, this is then a big stone to parents. The child must need it, must be hungry. So from inside must come the need. I want to eat. Please give me some food. So keep the refrigerator door locked. That's it. You have to do it. Because if it is free, they go and take one bar of chocolate. Half an hour later, another bar of chocolate. When it is eating time, they say, I don't want. Do I have to eat? Yeah. It is externalized now, like our religion. Our religion is externalized. Yes, you have to do this. External command. You have to do that. External command. Yeah, you shouldn't do this. External command. You want to do it, but it is religiously prohibited. That's why I cannot do it. It is prohibited. Yep. So if I do it, I will be punished for it. It is not from inside. It is not the result of your consciousness, your awareness. It is not the result of your belief. It is the result of your, if you like, necessities of your conditions. Because you belong. You think that you belong. I don't agree. You belong to a Muslim community. So you are a Muslim. So you have to pray. Because in Islam, prayer is prescribed for you. From inside, if someone says, you know, for example, after the age of 12 or 20, you don't have to pray Salat Zuhur. That's it. We declare our independence, and I'm not going to pray Salat Zuhur because I don't have to. It's not from inside. Because it is not internalized. It is not coming from my personal belief. It is coming from my external set of commandments. That's why religious duties are burdens on our shoulder. We have to carry. But if I'm really hungry, if I'm craving for food, if I see food there, I don't need any encouragement. Jump into it, start eating. Yeah? I have to say, look, I need to express my feelings. I need to express my acknowledgements that yes, really. For example, if someone does you some favor, and if you are really, really satisfied with it and very happy with them, what do? You know, I have to go and thank this man. I have to see this person and shake his hand, maybe hug him or her, yeah, and say, thank you very much. I'm very pleased. I just want to express myself. That is worship. Not to worshiping the man from inside. This example is only legitimate. It is coming from yourself. Not because it is written that after receiving my favor, you have to come and hug me. That's external. You understand that? So I'm very much sensitive about externalizing religion. In the Muslim world, religion is all external. In general, there may be some exceptions. All external, from outside, from commandments. Yeah, lists of commandments. Do this, don't do that. These are prohibited, these are ordered. So these are all external commandments. But we have to internalize it. How? As the Quran, if you like, finally presents the case. Those who believe and act according to their belief. Huh? What we understand from, if you are familiar with the language, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Salihat means acting according to your belief. Without belief, acting becomes external. Like, I don't know, following the laws of the society, for example, external. If you don't have to, you don't. Not because you internalize it. No, no, no. Whether there is law or not, I have to keep my, if you like, my street or my walkway clean. Whether it is the requirement of the town hall or not, I don't care. I cannot keep it dirty. That is belief. And that is amal salih, acting according to your belief. So we have to make the things internal and ask the creator of the universe, owner of the universe, Lord of the worlds, I need the things in the straight way. So we haven't discussed the straight yet. It means in a way, in a path that is straight. What is straight? And straight to go where? Sorry? Sorry. Why don't I get what you said?
It's point A to point B without deviation.
Deviation to where?
From point A to point B.
So that's very good, excellent, excellent. The direct way, huh? Not swerving. Okay, without deviating, excellent. So what is the A point? What is the B point? If you are ready to say, I'm not forcing. So if you have thought about it, so that was a good point that I was going to mention actually. The straight way is the shortest way between 2 points. Yep.
Where you are and where you want to be.
So where you are, where you want to be. Okay, where you are and where you want to be. Yes, what is that? Give me an example. It's very good. Excellent, excellent. You are helping me a lot. It was in my mind that I have to cover this subject. Yeah, it is included now. Very good, excellent. Yeah, carry on. What is the question is where I am and where I want to be. Where do I want to be? Where do I want to be? Yeah. For example, the sun is rotating, all right? Turning around, okay? So what do you want as far as the sun is concerned? Sorry?
Maybe you want to go in the shade? Too hot for you?
The sun,
Yeah.
the moon. So want anything, because we said worship includes everything, must be in my understanding of worship. Yeah. So we discussed this today. We emphasized on it more last week, actually. So we said it must include everything and the existence of everything, the position of everything, yeah, the time and space, and I need them in order to what? You know, the universe, in order for the universe to be as they are, in order to reach where? With your language, point B. Point A, point B. What do you want? So more description, point A and point B, more description.
Finding maybe your purpose?
Purpose?
Yeah.
Purpose
Finding
for
your purpose.
the purpose for
For your being, because you said specific time and space. So you're going from where you are to where you want to be. We want to find out
Yeah.
what your purpose is.
Your purpose. What is the purpose? First of all,
Your existence.
purpose of your existence. So explain what is the very good, excellent. What is the purpose of my existence, your existence, and everybody's existence, according to your understanding? Of course, I have mine, you have yours. Okay. According to your understanding, what the purpose of my existence is. Okay, it's from there, the first, and then
To be a slave to your creator.
slave. I don't want to be a slave. Sorry. I want to be a free man. Yeah. This is how I am created. So I know that don't copy paste the language. Here, this class, copy paste doesn't work. So make it clear. What do you mean?
To seek Allah's pleasure in
No,
everything.
Don't go further. Allah's pleasure. Who's Allah?
The creator.
No. Yeah, the one who created, right? So again, we have to learn. We have to learn. Don't worry. Thank you for contributing, but don't worry. Never borrow language. But we are here to develop our consciousness, awareness, not to imitate the borrowed language. Without knowing exactly what they are really, we have to understand what they are. That's why this class is for. So, to be, what did you say? The gods or the creators? What?
So to essentially to live your life in the way that your creator wanted you to live it.
So your created wanted you to believe it is his want, not mine. No, be careful. I'm being very critical because what we see in the community, this kind of language is everywhere. God wants you to do that. Excuse me, God wants me to do that. It is his wanting, I don't want. He set me free. I have to feel it in myself. I want to be like that. But I can get guidance from the scripture because it says, I am your creator speaking to you. I'm going to guide you. Okay, guide me. So make me hungry, but don't tell me, eat this one. No. I will eat it if I feel hungry. Don't command me. There is no need. But he gives guidance. When you're hungry, you eat. You say, yeah. When I'm hungry, I really die for eating. You are right. You know me, who I am. So you are my creator. But it must be internalized. Right? Otherwise, I don't feel hungry. And somebody tells me, you have to eat. What a boring mother. Keeps me, makes me eat spinach. Mom, how can I eat it? No, it's so not tasty. Oh, it is tasty, but we spoiled our taste. So it becomes a burden. So with the language, we have to understand that we have to make it internal. So I have to feel that I follow this way in order to fulfill the purpose of my existence. So that we haven't reached the point B yet, yeah? But so that I have to develop, but the subject is becoming very fine, very careful. I have to develop my human qualities, capacities in a way that I feel satisfied about my existence. Not I feel satisfied, God, It is his satisfaction, none of my business. Don't leave this language when you are reasoning. It is his satisfaction. I don't feel it. But if I feel that I am satisfied within my own existence, that's why I am here, as far as I'm concerned. But don't forget that, this is the third or fourth time I am reminding myself to you as well, in order to go through the stages, we have to work with the scripture. I'm talking about the conclusion now. So the conclusion must be my own satisfaction within my own being, so that I will understand that, be careful, everybody, be careful. When I am satisfied, only when I am satisfied, my Creator must be satisfied, because he created me for this purpose and I'm fulfilling it. That's it. You know, the engineer of the computer or the program makes it, and when the program works perfectly, what do you think the engineer does? I made it for you to do that. So how, if the computer was conscious, unless it is satisfied, is aware, conscious, that is the example. That is just an analogy. Unless it is satisfied that it is doing the best work, then he understands that, my engineer must be happy now. So what we do, we skip our own satisfaction and talk about, we have to seek God's pleasure. Yeah? What do you mean? God's pleasure? I'm here. God created me to please him. Is he entertaining himself with what pleasure? Especially the word slave, brother. It is so dangerous. God created me to become his slave. Well, if he needed slave, why did he create me? With the freedom, with the pleasure, getting pleasure in freedom, and gave me the freedom. He can just make me obey him from the creation, very nature of the creation. It is not the right language at all. It is, if you like, diametrically contradictory to the teachings of the Quran. Quran speaks to human free will, human consciousness, and says, you have to understand, by worship, I'm not going to be satisfied and be proud of you. You will be satisfied. That is your business, not my business. I created you. I gave you the enough, more than enough equipment. Use it, enjoy it. But unfortunately, we externalize religion and we don't enjoy. We take the burden. It's a burden. We have to serve God. We have to make him pleased with me. What shall I do now? Shall I play this way? Shall I play that way? So he will be entertaining himself. Ridiculous. Is it too harsh? What do you think? Huh? Ridiculous. It must be my own enjoyment. That's why I am created with this capacity. I must make it my own property. Right? So let's work on ourselves and our side. Never refer to him. So, are we getting closer to point B? Point A is clear? Point A is what? Make it clear. Let's put a name for it. Point A is? You got it. Say it.
Myself.
Myself. Yeah, from my own capacity. Huh? Point B. Point B is, we are trying, crawling towards it slowly. What is point B? So that when I ask, please guide us, but not for the moment, guide me. Huh? So this me will include others as well. But for the moment, let's establish me first. So guide me to the straight way. Straight way ends up in a point B. What is point B? No.
The Creator.
My own.
From myself to the Creator.
No, I didn't like it. It was correct, but the language. Look, would you like to say something? But keep your word. It's correct, yes, but it is the conclusion. To support somebody from your countrymen, all right.
When I read about the straight way, for me, what I thought it meant was obeying the order of the universe, being aware of the order, and also being aligned with the order of the universe. This, to me, was the straight way.
What is the order of the universe for you? So what is the order? Yes, there is an order in the universe. Everything is coming into existence within an order. Yeah, that's what we see. Yeah, you and I experienced that. Yeah.
What I meant was understanding the order, because if you do understand eventually the order, then you also understand the purpose of your existence and the source of your existence. So it's sort of a concatenated chain leading
Now,
to the order.
make it internal within yourself. Internalize it. Sorry?
This is all internal. I mean, you
Yeah.
have to-
My perception of the order, the existence of the order, will be realized by myself. The universe has been created, given existence, to disclose to me what? To disclose, very simple.
The existence of a creator.
Yeah.
The existence of a creator.
The existence of its creator, right? Not the creator. Don't again, as if you are talking about something you know. No, its creator. So if anything makes me realize, any perception, any understanding makes me realize who my Lord is, my Creator is, my owner is. That's what point B. I have to realize that. Of course, in the religious language, this is called, we are created to worship God alone. Yeah, but it needs a lot of elaboration and understanding. Otherwise, it will become an external information. So anything, any understanding, any realization which helps me to become aware of who my Lord is. My Lord is. But I can see the word, but conclude about my Lord, because its Lord is my Lord. I have to understand that. The Lord of the sun, the Lord of the moon, the Lord of the stars is the one who created me. So it is my goal. It's my objective that I have to get to know, be aware, be conscious of my Creator. Sorry?
Myself, my Creator.
Yeah, my Creator. For example, if you ask, example, if you ask me, who created the example, the moon? My Creator. Yeah? who, for example, put the orders in the universe. As far as I'm concerned, my creator. That must be my conclusion. That must be my awareness. So when I say I worship, it means we owe everything else worship, because my creator is the creator of everything, with no exception. Every quality in the universe, with no exception. So that consciousness, I'm not going to compare it, but it is inevitable not to mention. There are some doctrines or the schools of thought. Some people say religion, but I don't think it's religion. But because by the definition of religion is problematic. So they may say, let them say, but for me it's not. They say, unite with the whole universe. Huh? Yeah, the starting point is correct. It means act within the whole order of the universe. Make it your own property. Make it your own property. But all this belongs to whom? What? I have to attach myself to the source of existence of this universe, the order of the universe, the principles manifesting themselves. What are they? They are nothing but the will, reflection of the will of their creator. So they cannot exist by themselves. So I have to refer it to the source of existence of the universe and attach my existence to this source. That is point B. I have to go back to my source of existence. Very simple. Together with what? In me. What is included in me? Everything. Every object. Each and every quality of every object, I cannot explain their existence otherwise, but only attributing it to the creator of the whole system of the universe. Including my feelings, including my human capacity, everything. So when I say, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, all the things must end up, as far as I am concerned, with you. In my understanding, in my perception. Otherwise, they become orphans, meaningless, in suspension. They are there, I don't know why they are there. Do you understand? Sirat al-Mustaqim means any way which directly takes you to your source, including within yourself, everything in the universe, in your perception, in your understanding, must be directly related to its creator, its source of existence. Its source of existence. So when you look at everything, these are the creatures like me, and they all take me to the source of their existence. And this is the straight way, if you like, reaching the source of existence, becoming aware of it, becoming conscious of it. Is it somehow clear? No deviation. Yeah. For example, We have many human qualities, human abilities, potentialities, right? Many. What are we going to do with them? You can use this way or another way. You have the capacity to reason. Example. You can use the reason in a way that it takes you away from this purpose. It's a point B. Or you don't use it. You don't use it. So you don't go there. You don't reach that point. You just ignore its capacity, that you have the capacity to reason. Your feelings, why are they given to you? Think about within yourself to take you to their origin of existence. So if you use your, for example, your feelings in an, how do you say, wasteful way, it means purposelessly, with no purpose. Just, I like this. So you go to the store, any store, you say, I like this, I can buy, I have money, for example. But you have the feeling to buy something, to have something, yes. But use it with no control. Yep. But that is why I am created for. It is created for, let me get it and fulfill the purpose of their existence. That's what I need. That's why, for example, you went there, you think that you need fruit, all right. So grocery shop, go there, you buy fruit. You are aware that this fruit is created to be consumed so that conscious human being, me, should realize the source of its existence, right? So let me get this and fulfill its purpose of existence. Get it? Use it in a way within the consciousness of its creator. Eat it, enjoy it, and do this action in his name, in his consciousness, in you, in order to practice, exercise your consciousness of its creator, your consciousness of the creator of your need for fruit. Example, everything is under control. You know what you are doing. Going there, I need that one. Wow. Why did you buy it? Because I like the color. For what? That is slavery. Slavery of nothing. It means you're egoistic. Slavery of your ego, uncontrolled. Yeah? But acknowledging your creator is not slavery. It is declaring freedom, getting rid of slavery of anything that you worship them. It means you are, you have power over me. No, nothing in the universe has a power over me. My creator created me freely, so I enjoy the freedom here, but consciously use it in a way that satisfies me, so that I will be developing my own self-satisfaction. Do you understand? Self-consistency in my existence. That is worship. That is the straight path. Everything is under control. But the control is in your relationship, the relationship between you and your creator. Directly connected, always. So you breathe, what you remember? The air. is given the capacity by its creator to benefit me through that benefit, I will understand that they are reminding me their creator as being the creator, the merciful, the nourisher. Yeah, they are making you acknowledge who your creator is. So we ask God, please make everything a means of acknowledging you by me. That is straight path. For example, you look at the sun, you say, oh, the weather is hot, the sun is horrible. What happened? It's very, very hot. Huh? It's boring. Right? What happened? You used your human capacities for what? Wasted. Wasted. Because you didn't reach point B. In the creation of the sun, there is a message for you so that you will exercise your conclusion by getting in touch with it and saying that the creator of the sun is revealing his qualities to me, and I acknowledge it. So you are happy with your capacity of consciousness, awareness, understanding, whatever you call them. That is straight path. That in that way, the life is worth living. Otherwise, I don't know. It's not human life we live with. Yeah, animate life. We live animate life. You eat, yeah, you enjoy. Yeah.
So to clarify, a constant state of reminding yourself, constant state of acknowledgement. Is that what you're suggesting? Zikr, basically, constant
Acknowledgement.
State.
Yeah. But through now, because dhikr is so much misused, through what? Acknowledging, reminding yourself the purpose of your existence and reaching satisfaction within yourself through how? By doing what?
Attributing everything to the Lord.
Say it clearly.
Attributing everything to the Lord.
No.
To your understanding of what the Lord is.
What the owner of the universe is. So through practicing, in your exercise, in your interaction with the creation, everything, every moment, you move your hand like this, there. We go and ask the biologist, what is going on, or the chemist, what is going on when I move one hand from here to here? How many reactions are taking place? Numberless. You cannot count it. Each of them demonstrates the power, knowledge, will, wisdom, purposefulness of their creator. I have to be conscious of it. When I remember, that is dhikr. If I don't remember it and just keep the words repeating, I don't know what it is. It's not dhikr. It is just repeating the word. You heard that. Somebody's telling. So dhikr is practical matter. Your own experience. And going from point E, yourself, through all your connection with the rest of the world, reaching the source of their origin, their creator, their maker, who is the owner of the whole existence here, including my feelings, including my human capacities, that is what we have to ask for from the Creator. I need this consciousness. Otherwise, my life is not human life. I will be living not a human being, not as your caliph, representing you on earth and getting to know through all the creation here. So we should never waste the universe, not only money. We should never waste human capacity. Not only time is money, man. We have to be careful. For what? In order to reach the point P. So anytime we should recite, anytime we recite this, guide us to the straight way, it means make me get in touch with the source of everything. And say, yeah, I belong to him. Like everything else, everything represents his qualities to me. To me. So experience it in your own life. That's why we are created for. Otherwise, all the things we are struggling for becomes pointless, aimless. When we die, they will disappear. Don't worry. Definitely you will resolve them. Because saying, I really appreciate the wisdom of Creator creating this word with this order that it is transient. Everything is transient. Transient, but everything points to the permanent one, absolute source. It's in its existence. So we have to use it as a means of getting in touch with the absolute source and looking at the transients. Yes, really what I did was worth it. Otherwise, I would be just, for example, eating just to satisfy yourself. You satisfy yourself, you die. You pile up the money or property, whatever, what happens? You have a children, you have a child or children, you look after them, what happens? They die, you die. Pointless. Pointless. But if you use every event in order to reach the origin, yes, you get within your own self. You get within your own self, yes, that is the way I fulfill the purpose of my existence. Right? The last one for today, inshallah, we have some minutes, but we covered. I know that guide us to the straight way is the core of everything at the end. So repeats that the way explains. We are going to, inshallah, come to the end soon. Don't worry. So good news for you. So the way of those upon whom you have bestowed your grace. It means you have bestowed your grace means the way that I feel your grace, ni'mah, in me, in my own existence. You get it? You know, not, of course, the scholars say those martyrs, righteous people, rightly guided people, you know, الشهداء والصديقين والنبيين, the messengers, etc. But all they represent, all these people represent what? They all represent what? The perfect connection between me and my Creator. They represent all this. That is why I have to feel it within myself, not alienate myself from them. For example, there are some people you don't know out there. God favored them, and you know, I have to be in their way. Who are they? How they are favored? how they receive the grace. They are, holy people. This kind of language is ridiculous. Sounds very attractive, charming, but meaningless as far as I am concerned. Meaningless. What even some people who really enjoyed the grace of God? None of my business. Let them enjoy it. I'm not. Just you understand? So, but what I say, look, I know that those people who teach me, for example, who show me the exemplary life or explanation of this, who have experienced this grace of grace what? Grace of what? Acknowledging your source, attaching your existence to the eternal source, absolute source, and feeling secure in your existence. Secure is that I belong to the owner of everything here. I am his work. I am his production, and I am from him. And I acknowledge, be careful, not only after you die, you will go back to him. No, I attribute myself to him right now. It means return my existence to him through my consciousness. Do you understand? That is why وَإِلَيْهِ تُرْجَعُونَ. You are going to be returned, not necessarily that after I die. No, but before I die, I have to experience it in order to confirm that, yes, after I die, definitely I will be with him. If you don't confirm it while you are here, you just imitate. It's external. It's external knowledge. I don't know what they say after we die. Yeah, we will be taken to God. Are you sure? In our book, the sacred book, it says so. It means something external. It's something external. The book tells you something in order to put into practice in your life right now, so that you have to experience this. But how? If you can return yourself in your own consciousness, in your own awareness, that my existence must be returned back to its source. I exist because of him. I exist because he created me, or I am created by him. If you are sure of it, you return back to him. So those people who have presented this to you, taught you, I want to follow this path. I shouldn't neglect it, because we are human beings. We just forget. We just neglect. Yeah. So we say, the way of those upon whom you have bestowed your grace must be experienced by me. Do you get it? Is it clear? Okay. Not. It means those people, there are two ways of reading this. The scholars argue about it, which is correct. Whether these are different people or the description of the same people. It means those people, they were straight in understanding, let's say correct, receive it the correct way, didn't deviate, or these people did a good job, those people didn't. So you have to take both, but I prefer the first one. Why? Because you can only describe the straight way from A to B by saying that, no. These people did this, they didn't do this, they didn't do this, so I shouldn't do those mistakes. I shouldn't fall into those mistakes. Do you follow? That's why I prefer, but most of them have their legitimate reasoning from the grammatic point of view, where you stop actually. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم Stop. غير المغضوب عليهم, separate two kinds of groups of people. But صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين, it's the same people, the same kind of understanding which goes straight, takes you straight to the creator, to the source. Do not deviate in two ways. One of them is not of those who have been condemned. These people have not been condemned, but this is a problem. This condemnation is a problem. So let's stay on the. We have some minutes. Last minute. None of those who go astray. Astray means, you know, the universe has been created by God. Not just right. But through this and that, I am receiving some benefit. Yeah. For example, the universe has been created by God, and example, the sun has been created or is created by God, but now sun is employed to emit light. So we are getting light from the sun. The best example, very practical example, the cows are created by God. Now the cows are producing the milk. These are the last ones. Go to astray means they dig into the causal chain and try see that, look, cow is created by God, and the cow's body is working in this way, and it is producing this milk, and I am eating the milk. I enjoy the milk. Ultimately, because God created them, I am thankful to God. But I'm not benefiting from the cow. What is missing here? In every creation, at every stage, that is directly a new creation. We studied this a lot. This is a direct new creation, because cow is created yesterday. Example. Today, a new creation. Yeah? Cow with the milk. A new creation. Every moment is a new creation. At every moment, there is revelation, disclosure of the creator. Every moment. Everything is new. Now it is created like this. So the causes, the order, the causes are not the sources of existence of anything. If you fall into the sources, going astray. The road is not going straight. The way is not going straight from point A, point B. It goes from A, starts here, and say, I'm drinking milk. Yeah, I enjoy it. That's me who's enjoying. And the milk cow is producing it. Yeah. Look, there's no God. There's no creator. Do you notice? So the cat is producing it, but you know, cat has eaten some hay and drank some water, and cat's stomach worked in a way, yeah. And ultimately, you know, this is the universe, this order has been put by God. You know, until you reach the end, how many stations you stop? How many? Endless. That's going astray. Right? Are we clear there? Somehow, was it clear? Clear? Really? Maybe going astray means really going into the chain of causes. Yeah. Although ultimately you say that the universe has been created by God. But your life is lost in the way by stopping in many stations. You don't experience the Creator at every moment in the existence of everything. It means there's something wrong. You know, who's creating it? Do you think cow is creating the milk? Yeah? Do you think? Really? Well, cow doesn't know. It is created in this way. So, a little bit, I'm going fast, I know. I didn't intend to, but these are important points. How about those who have been, those who have been condemned? What does it mean, condemned? I know God. Yeah. I am aware of it. But I am not, very short, I am not ascribing my right moment to my Creator, not acknowledging it, ignoring it. In my own existence, I feel not satisfied. So I say, you know, I couldn't get the job. Or I don't have enough food. For the moment I am ill, not seeing the Creator of illness, not being aware of it. So I feel horrible. I don't feel secure. For, you know, I don't have insurance, for example. Or, you know, the political situation is not very stable. So you don't know what will happen to my job next year. They may just lay me off. Insecure. What happens? But I pray. I believe in God. Yeah, you said that everything is created by God. Amantu billah wa malaikati. I believe in God, His angels, His books, His prophets, and everything from Him, good or bad. I say this, but I don't live by it, by them. So I suffer. I see that this being condemned, don't take the word condemned, you know, God is condemning you and getting angry with you. No, you are getting angry with yourself, making yourself unstable or unstable in your own existence. And you don't feel security, you don't feel freedom, you don't feel enjoyment as being belonged to the absolute one. The owner of the universe is your boss. Why bother? You don't feel this enjoyment. You deprive yourself of this enjoyment. You condemn yourself. God says, look, you will be condemned by your own attitude. Don't ignore me. You say, you know that I believe in God. I really believe that the universe is a creator. I am created, but I'm worrying about my children. What are you going to do with your children? How can you guarantee? Who guarantees the children? You know, they can get ill anytime. But your responsibility, we are not talking about that aspect. Consciousness, we are talking. Awareness, we are talking. If you don't live or stand by with your real understanding that everything belongs to the Creator of the universe, you deprive yourself of His grace. That is ma'tub. You deprive, I deprive myself. God doesn't really get angry and hit me from my head. I don't feel anything. Yeah, when I say I'm not going to, but I have my depressions. I have my problems. I have my insecurity. I have my own problems within my own self. Yeah, that's mahtub. Your patients are all mahtub. Themselves. God is not doing anything. That is the way we are created. whether you obey it or not. For example, take the knife and cut yourself. What happens? You hurt yourself. God is hurting me. But hurting is created by God. But you are asking him, please hurt me, please hurt me. Okay, he said, okay, I hurt you. That's your choice. So please understand those who you have bestowed your grace on in your understanding, and who go astray. You say that, no, through these causes, then I reach the creator of the universe. And if you don't keep the awareness that everything is created by God at every moment, and everything is a call for you to attach yourself to God directly, ignore it, lose yourself in negligence, forgetting about God and saying that, I don't feel secure, the life is horrible, this kind of things. So I don't get really what I want, especially my ambitions. And it is not given to me. This one has, I don't. He has this nice job, and why I don't get the one? Jealousy, or this kind of, any kind of not practicing your consciousness of God is the source of depression. That is called here as condemned. You are condemning yourself to me. Yeah, that's what it depends. So make it put everything in yourself, and you are in the center of the universe. You are actually representing the whole universe as far as you are concerned, and you get in touch with your creator within yourself. That's your freedom. That's your purpose of existence. That's what we say when we pray, when we really perform our prayers, and when we recite the chapter Fatiha. That's why this is the core teaching of the Quran. Core teaching, inshallah. Anybody who would like to contribute, or questions, concerns, objections? I think we are tired. I think. Any? No question? Okay, inshallah, we will start another subject next Wednesday. So if you are happy, if you are free next Saturday, just coming Saturday, yeah. I'd like to see, inshallah, and we will share. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum and alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin bi hurmati sirri.